about 4 a.m. we are going to walk out the door to meet our driver downstairs for our Angkor Wat sunrise tour. Let's go. We're at the checkpoint where you get tickets, and there are already hundreds of people lined up waiting to get their tickets to enter the complex. It's Angkor Wat just behind us. Isn't it beautiful? Got that. A little tired. We went to bed, I think, a little after 11 p.m. and woke up at just after 3 a.m. So we haven't gotten too much sleep. We're definitely gonna take a nap afterwards. And we are only at our first stop, Angkor Wat. This place has been nothing but like stunning. Honestly, there's so much stuff to take in. It is beautiful. But the tour, so we signed up for a tour through Klook. Yeah. And they partner with a local organization, but our tour guide has been throwing out some really cool facts. It took 37 years to build the temple, over 380,000 people, and I think, what is it, like over 6,000 sculptures?
365,000.
I thought it was 385,000.
Oh.
Anywhere, somewhere in that figure. That's a lot of people. That's an entire city.
Yes.
Yeah.
Modern city.
We're standing at
the
highest point, and the tour guide has showed us a before and after photo. Right now it's just like stone. It looks extremely natural.
Looks like this.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Apparently each of the points, or the stupas.
I'm not entirely sure stupas or spires, but they're like the pointy parts of the temple.
Exactly. Apparently they each used to be painted gold, and now they're all just, stone colored.
Yeah.
But our tour guide showed us a before photo, and it looks amazing. So imagine when the sun hits it, that would have looked phenomenal. I mean, it still looks really cool now, and you can see some remnants of like paints, because even some murals, like some carved murals, have been painted as well. Yeah. And over time, with like rain and just, it's been hundreds of years, the paints gradually faded. Mm-hmm. But it's still really nice.
Yeah. Oh, and this temple is, I think, 800 to 900 years old, is what he was saying. One of the facts that really stood out to me is that there are 5 entrances and each of the entrances are for different people. The middle entrance was for the king and queen, and the two next to it were for other high-ranking officers like the prime minister and I forget what else he said. And then the walking path aside, near the on the edge of the entrances was for the common people, which is the path that we took.
No, we took the middle paths because now everyone can take it.
No, yeah, anybody can take it, but we took the common folk path, he said.
Oh, the dirt one.
Yeah, the dirt path.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, this is our first stop. We are headed to breakfast next. We're starving, and then we are gonna go to Ta Prohm Temple, which is famous for being featured in the Tomb Raider movie, and then after that, Bayon Temple, which is also known as the Smiling Temple. So, as we learn more about it, we'll definitely show you and tell you.
Yes.
Oh!
It's carving. Sad face.
Go inside.
I'm not gonna go inside. There's spider webs.
We found a cute cat just sunbathing. Aww.
So we're at our second stop of our tour. We're at Ta Prohm. I hope I'm saying that right. This temple is known for the filming of Tomb Raider, the one with Angelina Jolie. And it's pretty small. It's like in the middle of the jungle and it's surrounded by a moat. What I love about this is that first off, it's cooler because there are lots of trees.
Yes.
And I love that there are so many birds just singing. So I find this temple a lot more peaceful than Angkor Wat. So I'm kind of vibing with this one a little more.
This gigantic tree that has swallowed this wall. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a giant tree coming out of the center of that temple right there. Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Laura has a pretty interesting theory about why the trees have swallowed up the temple.
So I was telling Tony that I like this temple a lot more because of the trees. It's so interesting. So we were reading that these ancient trees, what makes this temple unique is that these trees just like started growing on top of the walls and like down into the ground. And I like it because it just shows that Mother Nature can always choose to just take back the earth if it wants to. That's my theory. So you see all these stone structures, like this is an old temple, so it took a lot of force, it took a lot of human force, like to carve the stone, to stack it, to move it around. But Mother Nature doesn't care because she's just gonna like take it back when she wants. She's just gonna like say, you know what, I don't care about your stone walls, I'm just going to take back the earth.
Exactly. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Good one. Hey, we're back at our hotel now. We had an amazing morning exploring Angkor Archaeological Park. We took a tour and went to 3 different temples. The most famous one, Angkor Wat. From there we went to Ta Prohm, which is well known for being featured in Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. And the last temple we went to was Bayon Temple, which is also known as the Smiling Temple. After a day of exploring the temples, we thought we'd share some tips with you so that you can be best prepared when you do make your visit here. The first tip would be to obviously be prepared for the sun. It can be really hot out here and the sun is beaming, so protect yourself with some sunscreen. The second tip would be to pack lots of water, stay hydrated, and some snacks so you have energy to do all of that walking. Today, with just 3 temples, we walked about 5 miles. And that 5 miles includes flat ground, but also lots of steps. So you want to have that energy. And if you're doing multiple temples, then you could be walking a lot more than we did. The third one is if you are visiting the temples at sunrise, so you're doing the Angkor Wat sunrise tour, the front of the temple can be extremely crowded. We are here during low season, so there weren't as many people as there would be in high season. Obviously, I think the tour guide had mentioned there's about 1,500 people per day in low season, but in high season upwards of 4,500 people, which is a lot of folks. So unless you're there extremely early, it's hard to get a spot where you can get a photo of the sun rising above Angkor Wat and the reflection of the temple and the water in front. So we decided to forego that photo opportunity because of the crowd and went into the temple, went to the back, and I think that was the best call that we could make because there weren't that many people. You could still get an amazing view of the sunset, but from inside, which was I think definitely worth it. And so you get a lot of photos with nobody around. It is really nice. The fourth tip would be to wear lightly colored clothes. The temples have really dark colors. The stones of the walls and the structures are really dark, and so wearing lightly colored clothes helps for you to contrast well. Another tip would be to spread your visit across multiple days if possible. So if you plan to be here for 3 or more days and you want to visit multiple temples other than the 3 that we mentioned, then it would be helpful to spread it across multiple days because you can get tired of walking, especially when it's hot outside and the sun is beaming down. And the more days you book, the cheaper it gets. 1 day is $37, 3 days, which you can use for 2 and 3 days, is $62, and I believe 1 week is $72. So it gets cheaper when you book more days. And the last tip would be to book a tour. We booked ours through Klook, that's K-L-O-O-K. I'll put the link in the description for you guys to check out, but it was $13 per person, so 1 day pass plus the tour with an English speaking guide was $50 per person. I definitely think it's worth it because the tour came with a local tour guide who spoke English and was able to give us history, insights, and tidbits about the temples that we hadn't known before. And you can do a lot of research online, but some things you might not find online that you can get from local tour guides. On top of that, they know some really cool spots within the temple complex where you can take amazing videos and photos. If you use the link in our description to book a tour, we get a small fee to help us create more content for this channel. Any support is appreciated. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and let us know what you thought in the comments. Which temple was your favorite? What are some other cool facts that you know about this place? And if you haven't subscribed yet, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned and we'll see you in the next vlog. Later.